And so, as Jerusalem awakens in the morning, Jesus is already stumbling through its streets, the crossbeam tied mercilessly to his torn and shredded shoulders. He stumbles and falls as he staggers through the crowds, then, as now, tightly compacted within the narrow streets. Ever onward moves the tragic procession, sweat and blood obscuring his vision, blows, cries and mockery all around. At any moment he could have retreated, called on his Father for help. But in his love he continued. And so at last they came to Golgotha, the place of a skull. The two eye sockets, nose, and the rounding of the head on this grim skull-shaped hill just outside Jerusalem recalls the Bible's description of the place of the crucifixion. However, the Church of the Holy Sepulchre is almost certainly the authentic site. Within the area now enclosed by its walls, Jesus carried the sins of the world on himself and suffered God's judgment on them. Here he endured excruciating agony, both physical and spiritual, to enable God's forgiveness to be possible for all who cry out for his mercy. Christians find such a demonstration of God's indestructible love and mercy truly awesome. When I am lifted up on the cross, Jesus had predicted, I will draw all people to myself. And down through the centuries, the magnetism of his love has continued to draw people to faith from every nation, tribe, people and language, just as he himself had predicted. Later that day, Joseph of Arimathea asked for permission to take down the body of Jesus in order to give it the most honoured burial. Nicodemus assisted him, bringing a very large amount of spices to give Jesus a burial fit for a king. The loyal women who'd followed Jesus from Galilee watched as they took down his body and wrapped it in a linen cloth with the spices. Then they placed it in a new tomb cut out of the solid rock in which no one had ever been laid. It's now enclosed within this large and elaborate marble structure, but originally it must have looked very like this. Now, in the place where he was crucified, John tells us in his Gospel, there was a garden, and in the garden a new tomb in which no one had ever been laid. So, because of the Jewish day of preparation, they laid Jesus there. The faithful women watched as Joseph rolled a great stone across the entrance and went away.